Grand Rising, everyone. What a great day it is to be alive. We're studying Exodus, Journey to the Promised Land. Sabbath afternoon, Covenant at Sinai. The memory text, you have seen what I did to the Egyptians, and how I bore you on eagle's wings and brought you to myself. Now, therefore, if you will indeed obey my voice and keep my covenant, then you shall be a special treasure to me above all people. For all the earth is mine, and you shall be to me a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. Exodus 19:4-6. Where did God lead Israel after he had liberated them from Egypt? To the promised land? Where else? However geographically correct, that answer is theologically wrong. God himself answers it. Says, you yourself have seen what I did to Egypt, and how I carried you on eagle's wings and brought you to myself. Exodus 19, verse 4. Thus, the biblical theological answer to the question reveals God's priority and goal. The Lord brought them to himself. When humans depart from God, he searches for them and calls them back to himself. The best model of this profound truth is in the Garden of Eden when Adam and Eve sinned against God, disobeyed his command, and hid from him. He took the initiative and called, "Where are you?" That's in Genesis 3 and verse 9. He always makes the first step. Jesus states this eloquently. Come to me, all you who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I'm gentle and lonely in heart, and you will find rest. That's Matthew 11:28 and 29. God calls out to all of us. Our destiny depends on our response. Sunday at Mount Sinai. Read Exodus 19:1-8. What did God promise them here at the base of Mount Sinai? God led the Israelites to Mount Sinai, where he would soon give them the 10 Commandments, which we call the Decalogue. Jebel Musa, elevation 7,497 feet or 2,285 meters in the Sinai Peninsula, is likely where Moses met with God several times. And years later, Elijah encountered God here. This is the same mountain where God called Moses to lead Israel out of Egypt. At that time, God informed Moses that he would worship God with liberated Israel in this same location, which would be a sign for Moses that the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob was leading them. After 2 months of traveling, the Israelites arrived at Sinai, where they would remain for about 1 year. During this year, many laws were issued as described in Exodus, Leviticus, and Numbers. Israel's stay at Mount Sinai is the central piece of the narrative found in the first 5 books of Moses. Here is the foundation of their becoming God's chosen people, the only nation not steeped in paganism and idolatry. God takes the initiative and establishes the covenant between himself and Israel. On the condition of the people's obedience and their maintaining a relationship with him, God promises to make them a special treasure, a kingdom of priests, a holy people. To be a holy people means to be dedicated to God and to reveal his character to others, especially to the nations around them. They were also called to function as a kingdom of priests who would connect other people with God, leading them to him and teaching them his ways and his laws. They were to be God's special treasure because he wanted Israel as his channel to illuminate the world with knowledge of him and his character. This covenant was the legal establishment of a relationship between God and his people. The general covenant formula, which slightly varies in different texts, is, I will be their God, and they will be my people. Imagine being God's special treasure. What special privileges would that encompass? And what special responsibilities would you have? Please send this to someone you know. This is Pastor Patrick Graham from the Glenridge Seventh-day Adventist Church, and thank you for listening. Subscribe to get this every day, and today God bless you real good.